So now that we have the batching figured out, in this video I'll show you how to use the AGA3 get and set blocks. All we're going to use these blocks for is changing the orifice plate diameter in RealFlow. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we need to do is add the AGA3 get set blocks into RemoteConnect. So let's go and right click on Derived function block types and go import. Takes a second. So go into your C drive and find where RealFlow is loaded onto your C drive. So mine's C drive, programs x86, go down to Schneider Electric, RealFlow, and then right here x70 logic function blocks. So Schneider provides a couple custom function blocks they've already built, and here they are here. So I'm going to import the get AGA3 block as well as this set. So we'll do the same thing again. Do the same thing again for the set. Let me put that in here. Now you have the get and set blocks. I'm just going to go offline to make all these changes and then just write it all when I'm done. So right now we have the batching functionality. What I'm going to do is actually add another section to do all the get set for the AGA3 calcs. So we'll call this AGA3. Make it function block diagram. Hit OK. Now let's open up here. So right click and add those two function blocks that we just imported in. We'll go and find them. You'll see it right here is the get AGA3. Let's use that one. As well as we will import the other one, or we'll use the other one, I should say, which will be the set AGA3. Okay, plunk them both in. All we're going to use off this one is the orifice diameter. So what I'm going to do is just link these two together for all the other variables, and I'll explain this once we go online with it. So I'll link those all together. So I'll have to create a couple variables for everything else. So the enable, I'm going to call this FC run1 get AGA3 enable, and I'll create that variable. Same with the meter run, it'll be FC underscore run1 meter run. Next one will be user. This will be FC underscore RealFlow user. Might use this in other blocks because that user is not going to change. Same with the pin. Same with this one, FC underscore RealFlow underscore device EDDR for address. And same with here, FC underscore RealFlow device port. Create all those. Create one for the status. This one will be called FC underscore run1 get status. FC underscore run1 get meter. We'll create one for the set as well. So FC underscore run1 set AGA3 enable. So that meter run, that's going to be the same as the meter run here. Same with user pin, device address, device port. So let's go and do that. This will be C_run1 meter run. It's already there because we've already created it. Oops. Must have typed it in wrong because it's asked me to create the variable, but it's already right here. I see I've spelt it RC, so I'll create this one. This one will be called FC. Make sure I change that. Oops. Keep spelling everything wrong here. There you go. FC_real_flow. I believe this one's pin. This one will be device address, FC_realflow. This one isn't created yet, so I'll go FC run1 set history, and then make sure we do the status as well. Oops. So now that everything's created here, we just need to do the one for the orifice diameter on both the get and the set. So let's do that. So let's be FC run1 set. Oops, I actually set this one as the set. So to make sure we change that to a get. You don't want those to be the same. Make sure you create that. So now we're all built. So what's going to happen is this will feed all the variables into here. We'll have to just go in and preset this. Our meter run's going to be run. The user is going to be 1. The pin's always 1. The device address is 1. The port's 502. And then it'll pull all of these variables. Once it's pulled all these variables, it's going to write all the values over. So that way when we write this, the only thing that will change is this orifice diameter, and then the rest will already be preset. So let's go ahead and change a couple variables in the elementary variables section. There's a couple things that we want to set. The RealFlow user, we want that always to be 1. There's a couple different variables here. I notice I have I had a couple typos. If you've done that and then you create a new variable for it, you can just right click here and then go purge unused variables, hit yes, and it'll get rid of all the ones you're not using. So now that it's got rid of all those, it's a lot easier to manage. So device address, this will be a 1. The port will be 502. The pin will be 1. The user will be 1. And then the rest we can just leave as is. Oh, that's done. What else do we need to do? We need to add the screen. So what we're going to do is make a button to get the orifice diameter and then a button to set it. So let's go and do that. So there'll be a button here. This will be the get. So if you go to FC run1 get orifice diameter, we'll hit that one. So this will be get. Then we'll just copy and paste that and do it for the set. Change the get to a set. Okay. oops, I associated that with the wrong variable. Sorry, what we want to do is associate it. I made a mistake and I was associating it to this variable. What we need to do is associate to this FC run one get AGA3 enable. So that's what we're going to do. Sorry about the mix up. So the get enable and then the set enable. Those two. Now what we're going to do is create an entry field. See the orifice diameter, so double click on that. So this is where we're going to use that variable I accidentally used before. So this will be the get orifice diameter. One thing we want to do is make sure that we don't put a value that you can't put in. So what we're going to do is just go into real flow, go into gas run 1, go into AGA3, and we're just going to put a very large number in here, and then it'll give us an error. So what we need to do is make sure that we enter a number between 3.06781 and 92.0344. Hit OK, hit cancel. Let's go in here and go 3.06781, and then the max will be 92.0344. Should be good. Hit OK. We'll copy and paste that for the set. Oops, I realized I put 32 instead of 92 in here. Make sure I change this from 32 to 92. A bit of a typo there. And we'll line all these up. There we go. So now this is all built. Everything's looking good. We could go and connect to our SCADAPack, build all of our changes. Now we're all on. You can see this running. For some reason the meter run in user is 0, so I got to double check what I did wrong there, and then we'll come back. Oh, I gotta set that to 1. User and meter run. Let's go and change both of those. Go build and build our changes. Hit yes. Now that these variables are all ones and it's going to work properly, I'm going to go to our batch trigger screen. I'm going to hit this get orifice. You'll see it run. Obviously the status will be 1. It'll get the orifice diameter. So if we go back to our batch screen, you'll see that orifice diameter is here. So say I want to change it now, I'll just put a random number in and hit set orifice. Oh, for some reason it didn't take that. Let's try that again. So now you can see the orifice diameter is 80 and wrote it to real flow. So now I'll hit get orifice, and this, when it reads back, you'll see that it'll read 80 instead of 76.2. So you go and change it back to 76.2, hit enter, set that orifice diameter, give it a couple seconds to write. And then use the get functionality again. So that's how you use the AGA3 get set functionality. You can also use the other parameters that are here, but for simplicity, I just use the one parameter to get started. Thanks for watching this video.